Welcome to Fawad Bey YouTube channel. In today's explainer, we're taking a super close look at a seriously beefy piece of outdoor gear. I'm talking about the Ego Power Plus 20-inch chainsaw, specifically the CS2005 model. I'm going to give you the full, honest breakdown of exactly what this beast can do. But first, let's set up the ultimate showdown here. Can a battery-powered tool actually replace the heavy-duty, roaring, gas-guzzling chainsaws we're all so used to?
That is the big question, isn't it? Ego Power Plus is making a pretty bold claim with this one. They're stating that this completely cordless electric saw delivers the exact same power as a 55cc gas engine. But, get this, completely without the deafening noise, the constant fuss of mixing oil and gas, or those nasty exhaust fumes. I mean, it sounds almost too good to be true for heavy-duty landscaping, right? Let's dive into the hardware that's actually making this possible.
All right, let's kick things off with the specifications. And honestly, what's truly mind-blowing here is just the sheer capability packed into a battery-operated tool. You're looking at a massive 20-inch bar equipped with a full chisel tooth chain. It's running on a high-efficiency brushless motor that literally pushes chain speeds up to an incredible 25 meters per second. With a 3/8-inch pitch and a 0.050-inch gauge, well, let's just say this isn't for pruning tiny little branches in your backyard. This thing is specifically designed for taking down massive trees and chewing through thick stumps with really clean, aggressive cuts.
And you know, the specs don't just stop at the motor. Ego has absolutely loaded this thing with modern tech upgrades. You get a built-in digital display right there on the tool so you can easily control your speed, swap modes, and check your battery status with just a quick glance. It also features this really bright LED work light right on the front. Honestly, that is an absolute lifesaver if you find yourself working at dusk or doing emergency storm cleanup. For safety, it's got an omnidirectional auto chain brake and an IPX4 weather resistance rating. Basically, that just means it has the durability to handle some seriously tough, wet conditions out in the elements.
Now, obviously, the absolutely crucial point for any electric tool is the battery life. 135. That number is exactly what Ego claims you can achieve on a single full charge. That's up to 135 cuts right through 6x6 lumber. Driven by the included 56-volt, 6.0 amp-hour ARC lithium battery. I mean, that is a highly respectable volume of work before you ever even need to think about walking back to a charger.
So let's talk about value for money as we transition right into our complete review. The exact price tag for this entire combo, which by the way includes the saw itself, that big 6 amp-hour battery, and a 320-watt charger is $532.43. Yeah, it is definitely an investment for sure. So the question is, does the real-world performance actually justify that premium price tag? Let's take a look at what actual everyday users have to say about it. Looking at the aggregate customer feedback from Amazon across 66 global ratings, this chainsaw is sitting at a really impressive 4.4 out of 5 stars overall. And the breakdown is pretty clear. A massive 75% of users give it a perfect 5-star rating. When we actually dive into the text of those reviews, we see that this high score is driven overwhelmingly by its raw cutting performance and just undeniable build quality. Real-world usage is really where this saw shines. Just take this specific anecdote from an Amazon reviewer. They said, "Excellent chainsaw. Cut through a 40-foot oak that fell like butter." I mean, wow, that totally validates that 55cc gas-equivalent power claim we talked about earlier. Users are reporting out in the field that it handles massive, heavy-duty landscaping jobs incredibly effectively. In fact, multiple reviewers even mentioned that this Ego saw is now their absolute primary tool, completely outperforming their traditional name-brand gas saws. However, guys, a complete and honest review means we gotta look at the disadvantages too. The convenience of avoiding gas is a huge plus, obviously, but we have to introduce the nuanced reality of battery life here. As one reviewer enthusiastically notes, they said it cuts like a dream and there's no gas, but they strongly advise to, quote, "just get a second battery." See, if you plan on doing continuous, really heavy cutting for more than 45 minutes to an hour, especially running it on high speed, that battery is absolutely gonna drain. For uninterrupted all-day work, heavy users are definitely gonna need to invest in a backup. No way around it. And you know, that battery directly impacts user comfort and handling too. There is some very divided user feedback regarding the physical weight of this tool. The item weight is listed at a pretty hefty 30 pounds. On one hand, you have a user calling it lightweight, noting her husband loves it. But on the exact opposite side, another user states it's quite weighty even without the battery. The honest truth here, 30 pounds is substantial. Plus, the placement of that large 6.0 amp-hour battery makes the saw pretty rear-heavy, which definitely affects the overall balance. If you aren't prepared for it, well, it might just not be super comfortable for really extended use.
But despite that weighty feel and the limits of relying on a single battery, the overarching sentiment is just incredibly clear. To summarize, as one reviewer put it, I will never go back to gas-powered chainsaws again. The sheer power, those super clean cuts, the absolute lack of a frustrating pull cord, and the instant push-button start, it all just makes this an absolute game changer for most homeowners, and honestly, even for some professionals out there.
Which finally brings us to our final verdict. Is it time to really cut the cord on gas-powered yard tools? Well, if you want immense 55cc equivalent power with ultimate push-button convenience, and you really don't mind the 30-pound weight or picking up a spare battery for those massive all-day jobs, the Ego CS 2005 is a phenomenal piece of equipment, and I highly, highly recommend it. Now, if you want to buy this product, the purchase link is in the comment section. Click on the link there to buy it. Please don't forget to like this explainer, share it with anyone looking to upgrade their outdoor tools, and absolutely subscribe to the Firewood Bay YouTube channel for more complete, honest reviews. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.